Hey guys, I wanted to do a video today because I've been thinking about this, especially after something that happened yesterday, and it's just going to be a talking video on a subject that can be controversial for some people and whatnot. So, as many of you guys know, I am engaged, and what you guys may or may not know is I'm pretty young. I don't think I'm like super young, but I'm almost 21. I'm like turning 21 at the end of the month. Excuse me. Excuse my dog in the background barking because we're having construction stuff going on in the front of our yard. Anyways, this video is all about being married young and the question and the topic of what people think is getting married young. Now, honestly, you guys can comment whatever you guys want to talk about in terms of your opinions about what marrying young is. Like, is that bad? Is it good? Just so you guys know, part of the whole like being engaged and people finding out that we're getting married, but we're obviously not getting married for another 2 years. I've had lots of positive reinforcement, positivity from a lot of my friends. A lot of my, even some adults have been very, very positive. I know a lot of people at my church are really, really positive about it for the most part. Which is fantastic, I think, is to know there's people who are very accepting, very, we're not getting married for the wrong reasons. You know, Angelo is in the military, so, I don't know, some people might assume, okay, well, he's in the military, he just really wants to get married, like, soon. And some part of the reasoning behind that is because they've been away for so long in long distance relationships. So that's part of the reason, but it's not the entire reason. I'm not going to get too much into detail of the reasons why we want to get married, other than the fact that we love each other and that we know we don't want to spend like any more time away from each other, and we can't imagine being with anyone else, you know? And that's a very good reason for getting married. Just like it's a good reason for, you know, homosexuals or anyone who are gay, lesbian, whatever, to get married. That's a different issue. But the idea of marriage has been around for years. Now, some people are very cohabiting, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, that's great. If you don't want to get married, props to you. But for me, it's a very important aspect that I've always had. Now, I've always been like, okay, romanticizing like a wedding and stuff, but you know, it's not just about a wedding. As much as I love doing wedding videos, it's not all about a wedding, you know, it's about thinking of a future with a partner in your life, you know, and being able to cooperate with each other in life's decisions, going out on adventures, things like that. And one of the things that really irks me is when someone tells me, oh, you are basically ruining your life and that you know, you shouldn't be getting married, you shouldn't get tied down, which I hate those words, being tied down. Like, yes, you are being tied down, but it's said in such a negative connotation behind it. And my dog. But, yeah, I just really, in general, this video isn't going to be too in-depth. If you guys want a more in-depth video, I will do one. But just the idea of, like, how it irks me when someone who doesn't really know much about you tells you, well, you shouldn't get married young because they think it's the worst thing in the world. Angelo's parents got married pretty young. At least his mom was 19, and they dated and got married in less than a year, and they've been happily married with 4 kids since. So I just think that there has to be good reasons why you're getting married, and that no one can really say anything about it, say you can't get married. And not that it's going to affect my decision if someone does say that, but it's one of those things where just like you're trying to judge somebody, it's like they're judging us for getting married young, which you know, I know the consequences. That's one important thing I recommend if you are thinking of getting married young, is that you need to know, are you getting married for the right reasons? Do you know exactly what you're getting yourself into in terms of how you're going to pay the bills? How are you going to pay for an apartment or a house, or how you're going to work out your money, financial situation? Are you gonna have kids? There are a lot of things that go into it, and Angela is planning to go to college, but he's still gonna plan to have a job. I'm gonna be done with college by the time we get married, and I'm planning to obviously find a job, pay off my student loans, all that. We're not planning to have kids anytime soon. So we've thought about it, we talked about it, we went through every single scenario of what can happen within the next few years, and just in general of us getting married and what marriage life is going to look like. We are very, we're a very Christian foundation building system. That's how we want to raise our kids and just how we want to live our married lives. So we've literally just went through every kind of scenario in terms of like how we're going to handle it the way God wants us to handle it. And yeah, that's just the way that we see things, you know. And I don't know, some people, I just feel like the idea of you're too young just, you know, aggravates me a little bit, because, you know, you're not too young if you have the good intentions, if you have a plan set. I mean, things can happen anytime, and yes, not all young marriages are going to work out, and even people who get married old, you know, might end up divorcing. So it's the idea that divorce is so prevalent that getting married so young has a higher risk factor, which, like I said, there are scenarios where young people get married and they are happily married for years with children and everything like that. And like I said, it irks me a little bit when people who don't know you tell you that you shouldn't get tied down, and thinking that you're not going to be able to live your life when you can still live your life even when you're married, you know? So anyways, that's just basically what I want to talk about. It wasn't a long video. Like I said, I don't really know how far of questions you guys want me to go into the idea of my thoughts on being married young, but I honestly think if you are getting married for the right reasons and you have a plan for yourself and for your spouse, it shouldn't be anyone's concern. And like I said, it's just one of those things that have been on my mind for a long time, and I'm usually one to brush it away, but not this time. This time I'm really more focused on, okay, well, this is a serious topic and it's something to think about. Like, my friend, one of my bridesmaids, just got engaged, and she's younger than me, and she's actually gonna get married before me. She's getting married about a month before me. So it just goes to show, and they're very dedicated and very loving, and they have a plan for themselves as well. So it's not like it's impossible. So that was my point of this video. Just my thoughts on being married young is that it can be a great thing as long as you have good intentions and you have a good plan for yourself. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about the subject. Do you think that marrying young is a bad idea? You know, I mean, like I said, if that's your thoughts, I would like to know why. Like I said, I might be young and I don't know everything in the future, but you know what? I do have trust and hope in who God is, and knows that no matter what, as long as there's communication and all that jazz in a relationship, it shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments any more topics you guys want me to talk about. This was just something that really I wanted to make a video about, because I am in that situation and I do get those comments every now and then. But overall, like, me and Angela being engaged and getting married have been pretty supportive. So yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and this video is already super long, but yeah, hello. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye guys.